from hiding a person under the bed during intimate relations to kidnapping the bride on wedding nights in Africa. These moments of celebration and union between two families are marked by many rituals and cultural customs. However, in the past, variations in religious beliefs, culture, and history have generated terrible traditions around the rite of marriage. Regarding the wedding night and the consummation of marriage, the practices of many African nations and tribes would be considered truly strange in the West. But if there is one universal thing, it is that the first night as husband and wife is known for one thing: the consummation of the marriage. If this is your first time on the channel, subscribe now so you don't miss any important content about the darkest chapters of our history. Egypt. In the past, the wedding ceremony in Egypt had a unique tradition: the preservation of the bride's virginity, carried out by a specialized midwife. This midwife used a white cloth to present the resulting blood to the groom's family as proof of the bride's purity. This procedure had profound cultural symbolism and was kept private within the family, adding a touch of mystery to the ceremony. Ethiopia. In ancient times, the bride's virginity was crucial during the wedding night. The bride wore a white headscarf that had to show traces of blood as proof of purity. The absence of blood allowed the groom to punish and expel the bride, reflecting a strict view of female virtue and adding tension to the first wedding night. This practice involved the groom's witnesses and the mother-in-law waiting outside the door to verify the cloth. Social pressure and the severe possible consequences for the bride emphasized the cultural importance of virginity in Ethiopian society. Zambia. The first wedding night was defined by intimacy classes taught by elders of the community. The bride received special preparation before the wedding, attentively listening to advice and recommendations about married life. After the ceremony, the intimate experience with the husband began, and the next day, the bride often shared details of the previous night with other community members. This tradition fostered the exchange of wisdom about marital intimacy, creating an intergenerational connection and celebrating the couple's union through the transmission of knowledge and experiences. Tanzania. In the past, the wedding ceremony in Tanzania took place without the bride's presence, as she waited at home for the arrival of her new husband. The parents of both sides organized the celebration, and marital ties were formalized through their intervention. The first face-to-face encounter between the couple happened after the wedding, adding mystery and novelty to the union. This practice allowed the relationship to begin with a sense of mutual discovery and anticipation, emphasizing the family's role in forming the new union. Uganda. The Banyankole tribe had a tradition where the bride's aunt spent the wedding night with the groom, acting as a guide and teacher in marital intimacy. This practice served as a test of the groom's ability and potency and was considered essential to ensure a harmonious start to married life. The aunt, as an experienced figure, provided guidance and teachings to the couple, helping them establish a strong foundation for their life together. This tradition reflected the importance of family guidance and support in the success of marriage within Banyankole culture. Rwanda. The wedding night began with the bride hitting her future husband, a symbolic tradition to release accumulated anger and affirm her supremacy in the family. This act, seen as female empowerment, established a balance of power in the marriage and ensured that the bride's voice was equally valuable. The tribe anointed the bride's head with animal fat and dressed her in a special outfit as preparation for the wedding night. The groom had to remove this construction, demonstrating his skill and respect. This ritual symbolized the transition to married life and emphasized collaboration between spouses. Sudan. The Mul tribe had an ancient tradition where brides shaved their heads after the wedding ceremony. It was believed that a bride with hair could not spend the first night with her husband, as it was considered a bad omen. Meanwhile, in Tunisia, the groom lit a candle in his window after consummating the marriage to indicate the bride's virginity, triggering a public celebration. On the other hand, in Morocco, bridesmaids certified the bride's virginity and witnessed the consummation of the marriage. In Tanzania, the bride was taken to a separate house where the husband paid the dowry and consummated the marriage without needing her consent. In India, the fourth day of a 5-day wedding marked the beginning of married life, accompanied by family jokes. Nigeria. The bride was ceremoniously presented to the groom in a decorated room, participating in symbolic rituals. Ghana. The groom demonstrated his virility through physical tests in front of witnesses, confirming his ability to take care of his family. Mauritania. The bride was weighed in front of family and friends, evaluating her health and strength as indicators of prosperity. Kenya. Among the Samburu community, the bride kidnapping was a symbolic and festive act organized by the groom's friends and family. Senegal. The bride had to prepare a full banquet to demonstrate her culinary skills and her ability to satisfy her husband and the extended family. This banquet, closely observed by family and friends, evaluated not only the quality of the dishes but also the bride's qualities as a future wife. Gabon. The newlywed couple underwent a ceremonial bath in a sacred river, where an elder or spiritual leader recited blessings and prayers to grant them protection, fertility, and prosperity. This ritual symbolized the purification of the couple and their entrance into a new phase of life filled with divine blessings. Somalia. Tradition dictated that the bride reveal her face for the first time to the groom on the wedding night. This symbolic act, full of anticipation and mystery, marked the bride's readiness to share her life and intimacy with her husband. Swahili culture. Congo. A marriage teacher discreetly slept under the marital bed to ensure the consummation of the marriage, later presenting a piece of the bedsheet as proof of the bride's virginity. Though peculiar, this ritual played a crucial role in the bride's acceptance by the groom's family. Finally, the newlywed couple remained isolated for 7 days, a period meant to allow them to establish the foundation of their relationship in privacy before reintegrating into the community as a married couple. This isolation symbolized the beginning of their life together and gave them the opportunity to strengthen their bond without external distractions. If you've made it this far and learned something new from our stories, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Together, we can discover and remember the truths that history often tries to hide.